Welcome back, everyone, to Aspire to Lead, where we will be discussing the visions, inspirations, and experiences from top educational leaders. My name is Joshua Stamper, and you can connect with me on Twitter or on Instagram at Joshua_Stamper. What is up, Aspire Leaders? I am so excited to have this bonus episode, and this is the Failure Files. I haven't had one of these bonus episodes for a while, but I have the wonderful Tisha Richmond on with me. She's an author, educator, leader. She's been on the podcast before, but she's just going to share real quick her failure story. And the reason for these bonus episodes is because in leadership, I know I've gone through this. You get into that position, you're leading a school, and you feel like you have to be perfect. And we all know no one is perfect. Obviously, you're going to make mistakes, but I wanted people to be able to share their story and then also talk about what they learned through this experience. And so with that, Tisha, I want you just to share a quick story about a time that you were a leader, maybe you were trying to implement something and it did not go well. And what did you learn from that experience?
So one of the experiences that I had a lot of little failures along the way was when I implemented our Canvas learning management system across our district. So it was the summer of 2020. It was June, and our district decided that we needed a learning management system because in the spring, we were all over the place. We were communicating with parents in a number of different ways, and it was very confusing. And so we decided to onboard Canvas, which is an amazing platform. However, we did it within 2 short months to be launched in August of 2020. And at the same time, the rest of the world decided they wanted to bring on Canvas too. And so through that experience, I just learned so much about leadership, how to roll out a huge initiative like this, how to communicate with all of the stakeholders, how to collaborate efficiently with our IT department, and how to roll out professional development for everybody, for teachers, for students, for administrators across the board. And so I had lots of hiccups, lots of failures along the way, learning how to lead, how to collaborate on such a grand scale. However, Canvas was launched. We did get it, launched K-12 in our district. However, through that process, there were many hiccups, many failures, and I am a better educator, a better leader because of all of those mistakes that I made.
This podcast is a proud member of the Teach Better Podcast Network. Better today, better tomorrow, and the podcast to get you there. You can find out more at teachbetter.com/podcasts. Now let's get back to the episode.
All right, y'all. I know Tisha's story resonates with everyone because we have all had to be a leader on a campus, pushing out some type of project or initiative for the district, or maybe something that you're building yourself. And I know in our heads, we always have these ideas of what it's going to look like, how it's going to be laid out, and of course, what the goal and how it's going to be executed at the end. And for many times, and I can speak on this in multiple facets in regards to the fact that I've tried initiatives. Some have gone amazingly well. Communication was on point. The staff understood the expectations, the goals, why we were doing the initiative. They performed it in their classroom, on the campus. I can think of specific things, especially with our PBIS rollout. We had a team, there was accountability, everyone was on board and for the most part understood the why behind it, but then also believed in the initiative, and that rolled out very, very well. There have been others where we tried to roll out different forms of technology, very similar to Tisha, that fell flat on its face. For whatever reason, it was hard for the user experience. Some of the teachers didn't believe in the process and why we were using it in the first place. And so it was hard to motivate them to change what they were doing in the classroom to implement this form of technology. There's a lot of barriers as a leader that sometimes are unforeseen. We don't understand what is going to be a problem until it is right in front of our face. I just want to touch on what Tisha said at the very end, though. She said, because of this experience, I'm a better leader because of it. And I can think of all of my failures in regards to rolling out different programs, strategies, initiatives that went terribly wrong. But I can assure you that now, reflecting on that process, I learned from those mistakes. I learned from those barriers. I learned from the conversations of opposition. And because I went through those experiences with my staff and through with the district, I then on the other end could say, okay, I'm not going to do it the same way moving forward. And a lot of times leadership is about the things that we go through, the challenging experiences that we have to navigate to understand how to do it again in a better way. And so I hope in this episode you've learned something from Tisha, what she rolled out with Canva, but then also just understanding that you're not perfect, you're going to make mistakes, but there should be a reflective process at the end. So that way, the next time you go through it, you will be better prepared to execute it. Again, maybe not perfect, but execute in a better way next time. If you're still in session, I hope you have a wonderful end of the school year. If you are done, congratulations on completing your school year with your students, your parents, your teachers. So excited for everyone to have a chance to hopefully relax, rejuvenate during this time. If you need any support from me, of course, you know how to get a hold of me. You can go to joshtamber.com. You can reach me that way. Or if you want to hit me up on social media, Joshua_Stamper on Twitter and Instagram. And of course, on YouTube, you can also drop a comment in any of the videos and I'll get back to you on that. If you have a failure file story that you think would benefit the audience, please reach out. I would love to get you on here just to share that story real quick with the audience to let them understand that leadership is a challenge and it's one that is only beneficial if you have a community. And I hope that you can find that within this group. There are so many amazing educators and leaders, and make sure that you're following Tisha, all of her work. She is wonderful. She has a lot of wisdom and insight in all aspects of education. And with that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week. We have the amazing CJ Reynolds, who will be the guest this week. Check that out this weekend. We'll have the video both on YouTube and then the audio on any of your favorite podcast platforms. All right, y'all. Have a great day.